Hello traders, good day to you all. This is Christopher Glen and today is the 30th of May, end of the month 2014. It's Friday and just as we were predicting, we had a very low amount of liquidity this morning, nothing special. We do approach an announcement regarding the Canadian dollar, which is almost the only important thing that we're expecting to see over here. I will pay attention to personal spending and core PCI, but that's again a long-term reaction to the market, not today's potential. Usually I'm not trading on Fridays. I'm trying to keep out because usually what happens in Friday is that we've got a lot of opinions coming up together. Some traders will pull funds out of the market, won't leave the position open during the weekend. Some will take a new stand and will take it already from today. So we've got a lot of inconsistent reaction to the market. We've got an inconsistent reflection of the potential according to the announcements. And on Monday, we will have a new analysis regarding the new calendar. We've got a lot of good potential for next week. For the meanwhile, let's go to the charts and see what is our expectation. As I'm always doing, let's first pay attention to the dollar index. So the dollar index based on the daily chart is still showing us that we've crossed the difficult area, the difficult support and resistance line that we had at approximately 80.2, 80.3, and cross beyond that is very, very important for us for a continuance of a stronger dollar in the market. I've been talking about this potential for a while, and at the moment it seems like the potential has fulfilled itself. But we still need a completion of a corrective pattern, choppy, overlapping, consistent movement for the next week, at least at the beginning of next week, around the levels, and then a continuance of an uptrend. That will be a base. And here it's good to mention that every time that we've got a corrective pattern, a choppy overlapping movement, an ABC pattern, then basically we're forming a new field, a new base for a new support and resistance line. Support and resistance line is an important area because in the future traders, once we'll reach that area, traders will reflect fear, will pull funds out of the market. By that they'll slow the market, and by that again it will be a self-fulfilling prophecy. So over here I do expect to see a bit of a bounce upward and downward around the levels. Unfortunately, when I'm analyzing the pound in front of the US dollar and the euro versus the US dollar, I see a potential for a long position, for an uptrend movement. And it shows me that we've got two options over here. Whether next week we will see a drop down on the dollar, or we will see a gaining strength, dollar gaining strength in the market. The thing is that right now we're approaching a crossroad where the potential of a consistent, stronger dollar in the market and the downtrend, the weakness of the dollar, the effect we will have next week regarding the US dollar will affect the entire month, the entire June's prediction. And this fluctuation level is very important for us. Whether we'll go north, stronger dollar in the market, that will continue for the complete month, or downtrend. It's a very, very important crossroad that we're approaching at the moment. And let me show you what I'm seeing on the pound versus the US dollar. Very important chart for us at the moment, a daily chart. So a daily chart of the pound shows that we've fulfilled an entire ABC pattern, corrective pattern. The potential at the moment is to climb higher. If I'll take you to an hourly chart, sorry, 4-hour chart, you'll see that we haven't completed the downtrend movement yet. We've got an A wave dropping down, a B wave climbing up, and we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5th should drop down toward the level of 1.6, 1.67. That's a logical downtrend movement that I'm expecting to see of the pound versus the US dollar before we will continue higher if eventually the dollar will lose strength in the market. So at the moment we've got a bit of a gap, a bit of a safe position toward a stronger dollar in the markets, but I do expect the fluctuation level that we're approaching to reflect the potential for the next entire monthly movement. So a good potential right now is downtrend movement on the pound versus the US dollar for approximately 100 pips. 1% of a downtrend movement, but again, I do expect the market to bounce backward and forward around the 1.67, 1.66 rate, and that area will reflect deviation levels and potential for divergence, an uptrend or a continuance of a downtrend. Paying attention to the euro versus the US dollar, where we can say that it reflects approximately the same structure. Again, a daily chart, we can still see the A wave, the B wave, and the C wave dropping down over here. That's the thing. That's the thing. An A wave, a B wave, and a C wave should reflect the potential for an additional impulse movement climbing higher. But analyzing a longer analysis, a weekly chart, we can see that we've already fulfilled the entire ABC pattern climbing higher. So there's a great potential for a stronger dollar in the market, but just that the levels that we're approaching at the moment will determine what will be the effect for the next entire monthly movement. Let's go to the regular charts that I'd like to analyze. I'm using the Turkish currency, the Russian ruble, and the South African rand at the moment to reflect the potential, not getting involved with the difficult position of the euro and the pound and the Japanese yen at the moment. I want you to pay attention to the Russian ruble. I've mentioned the 34 level as the block for the downtrend movement, and from that level I was expecting the market to climb higher. Indeed, we've already received 3% of an uptrend movement, 300 pips of an uptrend movement. That was a great move over here. Next week I'm expecting this chart to bounce backward and forward, forming approximately a 2 days corrective pattern, and only then continuing higher. That will be a great entry point for this continuance of an uptrend movement. I will mention it with my next week's analysis. From here, I'd like to wish you all the best with your trades. Have a pleasant day, and bye bye.